Spring and summer is upon us. Are you looking for a fresh and healthy new salad? Stay tuned. Hi everyone, welcome to Cooking with Chef Rich. Today we're going to be making a creamy flaxseed salad. Yum! We're going to start off by talking about our ingredients. First, we're going to be making a creamy mayonnaise. I have some flaxseed meal over here. I have some Dijon mustard, chopped garlic, and sea salt, and 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And this is going to be for a creamy flaxseed mayonnaise that we're making. And then the actual salad is going to have almonds, celery, chopped garlic, and scallions with some lemon juice and stevia. So let's jump right in, and we're going to start on the mayonnaise. The first thing that we have to do, I have 3 tablespoons of water that I'm going to bring up to a simmer. So our water is just coming up to a simmer now, and I'm going to add our flaxseed to this. And basically just stir for about a minute or two until this mixture gets thick. I'm going to turn down the heat to medium. So our flaxseed has been cooking for probably right about a minute, and it's nice and thick now. And what we're going to do, this has to cool before we work with it. So I'm going to put it directly into the blender. I don't want to leave it in a hot pot, that way it'll cool quicker. And I'll show you what to do after it's cool. So I'll see you in a couple minutes. So our flaxseed is nice and cool at this point. And what we're going to do is we're going to take about a tablespoon of olive oil. There's 3 tablespoons in here. And I just added 1 tablespoon approximately, or about a third. We're going to mix it just for about 20 seconds. And at this point, it looks like it's not doing anything. Not enough in there. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take the top off here. Turn this on and drizzle the oil in slowly. We still have a bit more oil in here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just scrape this a little bit. So you can take a look at it. And what we're going to do now is we're going to add the rest of our ingredients. It seems like there's almost not enough in here, so it's not really mixing properly. But maybe once we add everything else, there'll be enough in here. That's what I'm hoping. So at this point, I'm adding our Dijon, our chopped garlic, our salt, and it also calls for 6 drops of stevia. So let's see if we can do this without, nope, all right. Oops. So we'll just give a quick squirt. Probably plenty. We'll put our lid back on. So there's not really enough flaxseed in here to be mixing it, and it's not mixing properly. What the recipe's trying to do is make a mayonnaise. And classically, when you make a homemade mayonnaise, you take egg yolks, you puree it with a little bit of either lemon juice or vinegar, and you drizzle oil in slowly, which is exactly what this is. But they're doing a vegan version of that, so they're using flaxseed instead of the egg yolks, which works fine. Now, sometimes when the mayonnaise starts to break, you can add a little bit of cold water. So I'm going to try to add just a little bit of water and see if this comes together, because I think that will actually work. Give this a little bit of a mix. We're going to mix it one more time. And voila, success. Now let's give it a quick taste, because I'm more than curious. Not bad, it's actually pretty good. So I'm gonna pour this in a bowl, and we'll be back in a second. So now we're gonna start working on the actual salad part of this. Real quick, so I did taste this. And while it tastes pretty good, make sure that if you do try to bake this at home, don't add too much stevia, because the stevia has a certain sweetness to it, which gives this a little bit of an aftertaste. So make sure, like, if the recipe, I will be putting the actual recipe in the description down below. Make sure you don't put too much stevia in. It calls for 6 drops, and I gave it like a decent score, but I definitely tasted in here. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that. What we're gonna do, so I have some whole almonds, and these are just raw almonds, and I've actually soaked these overnight with warm water and a teaspoon of salt. I drained them and patted them dry. So just so you know what I did over here. And we're gonna put these in a food processor, and we're just gonna puree them a bit. That looks pretty good. We're gonna add this to a bowl. Over here, I have 2 ribs of celery finely diced and 1 clove of garlic. I have 2 pieces of scallion finely chopped. The original recipe called for goji berries, which I could not find at all. I looked at a few different places, so I'm substituting for craisins. Next thing we're gonna add is, it calls for about a teaspoon and a half of lemon juice. So I'm gonna do about half of a lemon. It should be approximately 1.5 teaspoons. Lastly, I'm gonna put some salt and pepper. I'm using some sea salt and some black pepper. I'm not gonna add it all. I want to see how it, yeah, well, that's fine. And we're gonna put our dressing in. We're gonna give it a good mix. I'm gonna put this on a plate now, and I'll show you what it looks like. See you shortly. So I put our flaxseed salad on a plate, but I'm also gonna show you another way to present it, and I just wanna show you how to do this. We're gonna be putting it as an hors d'oeuvre on cucumber rounds. And to make a cucumber look fancy, very simply, take a fork and just go around a little bit deep. And then when I cut it, what that's gonna do is it's gonna give you a flower effect. Did not work as well as I would have liked. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, in the middle. Looks better. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our flaxseed salad. This way, if you're doing like a Sunday brunch or barbecue and you want to serve it as an hors d'oeuvre, you can serve it as an hors d'oeuvre just like this. Anyway, I'm gonna work on these, and I will show you what it looks like in a minute or two. See you shortly. So I put our creamy flaxseed salad on a plate. This one I put over a bed of baby greens with just some tomato and cucumber. These I put on some cucumber rounds, so just 2 different ways of presenting this. And at this point, I wish I was Al Bundy. That way I could really say how I feel, if you could see Al Bundy eating this. But I am actually gonna try this. So I'm gonna try it both ways. So I'm gonna try it as a cucumber, where I'm gonna try it with the cucumber round. It is really, really, really good. It actually does have a very, very nice flavor. The almonds and celery give it a really nice crunch. The cranberries give it a nice sweetness. The lemon juice gives it a little bit of tartness. And all the flavors kind of come together, so it actually tastes really, really good. And I'm gonna try it like this too. This truthfully is not my cup of tea. Like I said, I'd rather have a steak than this, but I'm willing to try anything. It's awesome, really good. The crunchiness, the sweetness, the acidity of the lemon, they all kind of come together and give this a really nice flavor. So if this is your style of salad, you will really, really like this. It's really, really, really good. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and leave your comments below. And I'll see you in the next video. Be well, everyone. Bye-bye.